Thank you, Ananya. And now it is my pleasure to introduce a man who really needs no introduction, Mr. Paul Go.
Hello, I'm Paul Go, and I'm in charge of the early college, the high school. Just say a few words, and I'll be giving the diplomas. First of all, I'd like to congratulate the ninth graders for completing. Wish you all the luck in my classes. That doesn't sound right, but I've never really done it myself, but let me know how it feels to jump from the frying pan to the fire. Just let me know. Thank you for the middle school teachers. Thank you for wrangling them into, I guess, fireproof suits and making them withstand extreme temperatures. Thank you very much. If you would allow me to mix my metaphors, I suppose graduation for you guys is like, I guess when the baseball manager goes to the pitcher's mound and asks for the ball, and not because the starting pitcher is losing the game, not because the pitcher is down many runs, not because the bases are loaded. The pitchers are just tired. And I'm the relief pitcher, so to speak. And so I can only hope not to build the lead, because you already have a lead, but to keep it. On behalf of all the promoting students and the graduating seniors, I would also like to thank parents and family. I guess fate, coincidence, hard work, the empty bar stool, the song you danced to, my Sharona, my heart will go on, my personal favorite because I'm in it, wake me up before you go. All these things colluded for you to have created these wonderful young people. The young souls that you raise with the best of your abilities, sent to school, driven to soccer practices, driven to SAT prep, to the best of your abilities. Thank you for doing that. You understand that even though they graduate, you will never stop caring for them. You will never stop worrying for them. You will never stop paying for them. Boy, that went downhill really fast. But thanks, mamas and papas. Thank you very much. On to my small speech. Things and people expire, I suppose. And I believe they expire in three different ways. One way would be the expired medication. You know, you take the pills, they're expired, they won't kill you, but they won't make you any better. That's one way of expiring, pills with no effect. The second way is the expired carton of milk. You smell it, it smells like armpit, wet towel, ginger, whatever Kushi puts on her hands, just like really filthy hand lotion. You avoid it as much as you can. And the third one would be, the third way to expire is just like death. Right? You just don't exist. Or you might as well not exist. I am sure the seniors, that's why I'm gonna keep this short, I think they all think that I meet those three expiration requirements. They've heard me yammer on for about 3 years, and I have expired. They hear me talk, nothing goes in. It's the pill. They see me coming, they run away. It's the soured milk. And then when they see me, they often think, is this guy still around? So any slight relevance I have to your lives, I think will last only for the next few minutes, and then never more after I hand you your diplomas. So be it, that's fine. Yesterday, we held our last class for, I guess, for the seniors and the juniors, our last great books class. And we talked about a great book by Milan Kundera, The Unbearable Lightness of Being. It's a book I teach every 2 years or so. And I had Ananya and Jessica report on that book, and they did a fabulous job. But I had to make a mental note to myself, though, never assign 2 seniors a report on the last day of their high school. Just don't do that. It's like putting your starters in when you have a 20-point lead and there's only 2 minutes left. That's my last sports metaphor. Among other things, the novel is about combating the concept of what Kundera calls kitsch. And I guess the idea of kitsch would be something that's so pervasive, something that's so popular, that it negates all sorts of uniqueness. Everybody's just following this mindlessly, it seems, that distinction and uniqueness is obliterated. For example, an example of kitsch would be a graduation ceremony. That's a prime example of kitsch. Students such as these, will graduate. Teachers such as I will give a commencement speech. And students are portrayed as the best students in the world. They are saints. They're the best students we've ever had. I'm going to say you aren't. And afterwards, when I hand diplomas, everybody will be clapping, everybody will be happy, and everybody will be smiling until their jaws ache. That is kitsch. Kitsch is necessary. We need kitsch. That's why we're here. We're kitschy. Okay? We need it. But I believe that our school is designed to be the anti-kitsch. Allison itself, the way it exists, the way it is run, the way we hold our classes, we are the anti-kitsch. We are unique. How are we unique? I guess we have small student-teacher ratio. We are experiential. We are hands-on. We talk to our students as though they were actual human beings. We have a graduating class of 4. We are unique. We are anti-kitsch. On any given week, I guess most of my students experience me in very different ways. In 1 hour, I'm their teacher. In the next one, I'm cooking with them in the cafe, burning stuff. In the next moment, they can foul me during a basketball game. In the next moment, I'm taking out the garbage. So our classes are fluid. Our relationship with teachers and students would be intimate and also very fluid. I think one of the most surprising or common ways, I would think, that we find ourselves unique would be when students go and they either apply online at the Lodi College, they do the online registration system, or they go to the college board, they check their scores, and typically what you have to do is like tell them what high school you're from, and there's a search bar, it says type high school, and they would type Alcyon. And then when they type Alcyon, the school actually appears on a database. They're kind of surprised, whoa, we actually exist. And they're pretty happy that we're not that unique. But can you be so anti-kitsch all the time that being anti-kitsch becomes kitschy in and of itself? Is that possible? It's possible, right? We always tell ourselves we're different. We have a logo, right? We have a slogan, small school, big difference. I think that's what it is. One of the things that I always hear Mr. Joey and other heads of school say when they talk to prospective parents that the teachers know the students so well that when it comes to college registration time, college application time, like for example, Mr. Go would be able to, I would be able to write really detailed recommendation letters for them, right? Because I supposedly know them so well. And that's one of the key parts of Alson. Okay? I'll be the first one to tell you, I don't know them that well. Okay? And I have no problems with that. In fact, it's a good thing. I know this much at least, and let me just talk about my students one at a time here. For example, if I had only I guess a strand of hair's worth of talent that Sophia has, I would die happy. Right? What she can do with her hands, what she can see with her eyes, are all utterly fantastic. Yet I also know that not only does she doodle, draw, but she has this unwavering standard of art that's kind of scary, right? and utterly useful for her. You should see her face when she talks about John Travolta's acting. Boy, does she hate John Travolta. I know that, for example, whenever Ananya comes near me, or anybody, when you're within 3 feet of Ananya, a kind of invisible boxing ring forms of some sort, right? And she is righteously contentious. She is conscientious. She has all the information, the knowledge, the wherewithal to dodge, to counterpunch, and to go for that knockout. And I know all of these things come from her heart and her great sense of compassion. I also know that Jessica is really like her hair. Her hair is okay to me. Usually no. Her hair is unruly, untamable, and many things disappear in it. As co-editor-in-chief of Witherly Heights, our online school journal, we've assigned her many tasks. When you ever assign her a task, she would say, "I got it." And then she disappears. Phone calls and text messages go unanswered for days. And then miraculously, everything gets done. Right? You know she just wants you to sweat a bit. And oh yes, based on your coffee house performance, you are sexy and you know it. What can we say about Blake? What do we know about Blake? Right. Blake, you're like a fellow prison inmate that you've known for about 3-4 years, who would just suddenly shiv you with a sharpened toothbrush of your own making for a pack of smokes. He'll go to you guys on market day and buy your business. He'll buy you out. Okay? When you get his chair in the early college, boy, he gets really angry about it. And then unexpectedly, when you're off on an off-campus outing of some sorts, you find out that he's helping a blind homeless stranger. Okay? Thanks, Mimi. Right? Sorry, Blake. We understand he's also a great leader when it comes to the tech challenges that he joins over and over. And whenever I need help jury rigging anything, Blake's my guy. Thank you, Blake. I know more about the seniors for sure than what I've described. But always have this good nagging sensation that even as an adult, who should never be privy to whatever goes on in a teenager's life, I should know even more. But my obstructed view of them, I hope, can only mean that I will see more in the future, that their promise, which is so fully in my mind and in my heart, will even outpace and exceed what I expect of them. Finally, only they can claim Alcent anti-kitschy kitsch and invert it, because they are unique, and I look forward in the future to knowing much more about them. Thank you.